And I don't think it's reasonable for nations in a bilateral dispute. 102 millimeters. And the measurement should be?
130 millimeters.
It should be 130 millimeters. So it's a 102 millimeter net as being measured here. It ought to be 130 millimeters. That's the cod end. Now you're going to measure the liner, and the liner is 74 millimeters. That's the size of the liner. And there ought not to be a liner. A liner is strictly prohibited. It isn't a question of it being undersized or oversized. There ought not to be a second net at all, of any size.
Enough fish to warrant to pay the gas, to pay the fuel oil that you use to steam out there. You wouldn't catch 200 or 300 pounds of fish a day, let alone enough to pay the cost of operating. So there would be no incentive to fish at all if you used legal-sized nets. It's only use of this kind of abusive nets that permits people to fish economically because they take everything out of the sea.
Council of NAFO has said these stocks are endangered. They must be left alone. They must be allowed to rebuild. 20 doors.
Thank you, Minister.
Canada remains, as it always has, extremely eager to come to a negotiated settlement to this bilateral dispute that has always been our preference.
Oh, I'm sorry.